Why you, yes you, are the target of hackers. Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's a representative question that I get fairly frequently. Why should I bother with all this complicated security stuff? I have nothing hackers would want. I don't have anything to hide, so why would anyone come looking for me? I don't do banking on the computer and I don't have much money anyway. I hear variations of this way too often. And the issue here, of course, is that many people feel that they're not a target because they don't feel they're that important or they have an empty bank account. They are wrong. Everybody is a target. And I mean that quite literally, everybody. And even if you don't think you have things hackers would want, you do. I think that's incredibly important for everybody to realize, because what needs to happen is that we need to stop rationalizing not taking proper security steps. Security is important for all of us, and it doesn't have to be a hassle. Let's look at some of the common objections and talk about them. I don't have much money, so hackers won't come after me. Well, hackers don't know you don't have any money until after they've hacked you, right? They have no idea what's in your bank account until they peek inside. And the only way they can peek inside is by hacking you. But it's actually worse than that, because hackers actually don't care whether or not you have money. Yeah, they'll be happy to take whatever you happen to have, don't get me wrong. But the fact is, they can still make money regardless of whether or not you have any. I'm nobody. I'm hardly online. They can't find me. I often tell people that you and I just aren't that important. And I stand by that, because what I'm talking about when I say that is that you and I aren't that important specifically as individuals. Nobody is looking for you specifically. Nobody's going after me specifically. Hackers go after everybody, and you and I are included in that. We're not being targeted, but we are being included. Much like a fisherman isn't necessarily looking for a specific fish, right? They're not looking for Charlie the tuna. They're casting a wide net to get as many tuna, as many fish as they can. Our job is to not be one of the fish that they catch. The equivalent of a net for a hacker are the tools they use to scan the internet looking for accounts that they can compromise via the various bits of information that they've collected over time. And yeah, they've got your name, they've got your email address, they have mine. That's basically public information, or at least you should consider it such. And that's a start, coupled with breaches and malware. There are lots of different ways that hackers could be gaining access to things they shouldn't be gaining access to. The way they do it is not by targeting you and I as individuals. They're just collecting everything they can and seeing what they can get into. I don't bank online, so hackers can't mess with me. I'll put it this way. Do you have a bank account? Then you do bank online. Whether or not you choose to use a customer portal online is mostly irrelevant. The fact is, banks are online. Either front end through those kind of customer portals that you could choose to access if you wanted to, but they're also online in the back end. It's how they do business with other banks. It's how things get transferred. It's how they do a majority of their work. Many of the breaches we hear about have nothing to do with you and I as individuals. Once again, it's large-scale account hacking. People have targeted the banks and collected the information from those organizations that you, in fact, do have accounts with. So if you've got a bank account, Yeah, you're online in a weird kind of way. And yes, hackers can still absolutely mess with you. I don't bank online, so hackers can't get my money. The same argument applies. If you have a bank account, you are banking online. And yes, hackers are trying to break into those accounts. But even if you don't bank or have any financial activity in an online sense, you have something else that hackers really do care about, and that is an identity. The fact is, simply having an identity of almost any sort allows hackers to collect information about you. And if they get enough information, usually by hacking one or more of the accounts either you have or are somehow associated with you, they can build up enough information to now impersonate you. And they can start doing things like setting up bank accounts in your name, taking out loans in your name, getting cash advances, again, in your name. And the problem with all this, and the reason I keep saying in your name, is that it's not uncommon for you to then be found responsible for whatever the hackers did in your name. Heck, they could even get into your bank account where you're having your Social Security check or pension check deposited automatically. They could tell the bank, again, impersonating you, yeah, let's move where this gets deposited to and actually change the deposit for your money into their account. My bank/credit card company/online service will take care of me. Nope. No, they won't. Even if you think they will, you must assume they will not. Specifically for a lot of online services, and we've seen this a lot in the free space where we're talking about free email accounts and free other kinds of accounts, there is no customer service. Nobody's going to take care of you. If you end up losing your email account and everything associated with it and you're unable to get back in, that's it. You're done. You can't get back in. It's lost forever. Specifically, when it comes to money and financial institutions, the track record varies dramatically. If you use a credit card, your credit card company may protect you. If you use a debit card, you may still be liable for anything that happens on that debit card, especially if that debit card gets stolen by someone who starts using it in ways you don't want them to. You must assume that you will not be protected by your bank or your credit card company or anyone else. If, when something happens, they happen to help, great. That's gravy. But the fact is, it's not guaranteed. Now, I understand. A lot of people feel that security is a hassle. I truly get that. I really do. But please believe me when I tell you that whatever you think the hassle associated with setting up proper security is, the hassle of recovering from identity theft or a credit card breach or any of these other kinds of scenarios is much, much worse. This is absolutely a case where not only are we all at risk regardless of who we are or how much we have, prevention remains significantly less of a hassle than trying to pick up the pieces after a disaster. And honestly, security doesn't need to be that hard. Setting it up takes a couple of steps, but once it's in place, even the inconvenience of occasionally having to enter a two-factor authentication code pales in comparison to that hassle of recovering from identity theft or one of the other scenarios that I've outlined here. Please, please, please take this seriously. You and I, we are all at risk, but we all have the tools available to us to minimize that risk and use the internet safely. For updates, for comments, for related links and more, visit askleo.com/153830. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.